Aloha, y'all. It is the 28th of April, Thursday, hence the name, Thursday. The sun is at 8 degrees Taurus, the moon is at 10 degrees Aries, Mercury is at 28 degrees Taurus, Venus is at 25 degrees Pisces, Mars is at 10 degrees Pisces. I've written this all weird, so I'm just making sure. Yeah, 10 degrees Pisces. Jupiter's at 27 degrees Pisces. Saturn's at 24 degrees Aquarius. Uranus is at 14 degrees Taurus. Neptune, rather, is at 25 degrees Pisces, conjunct Venus. And Pluto's at 28 degrees Capricorn. The North Node is at 22 degrees retrograde Taurus. It is an Anahanta Chakra day, heart chakra day. It's very green. It's been raining a lot here. So very green, verdant colors for me already. Anahanta Chakra is in the middle of your chest. It corresponds essentially with your the endocrine system gland of the thymus gland. Keywords are balance, love, and self-control. Positive aspects are compassion, generosity, harmony, and balance, and loving kindness. Negative aspects are indifference, jealousy, miserliness, and bitterness. Mantra is Yam, Y-A-M, Yam. You do that in the key of F. Spiritual activities are learning to love yourself first, praying, healing, singing. Essentials oils are rose, carnation, lily of the valley. Plants are foxglove, rose, carnation, and the lily. Metal is copper and gold. Element is air. Musical note is F. Crystals are rose quartz, diamond, and peridot. And soul lesson is brotherhood and love. So hopefully we feel the love today. I'm having a weird, rough day already. I've been informed that I might not have a place to stay for much longer because of, I guess, planning, not informed planning. Not my fault. So I'm kind of just rolling with the punches. Of course, the Tower card is on the bottom of the deck. I'll cut it just in case it wants to pop up again. I probably should just use that as the card. What's to pop? What's to pop? Oh, these are so sticky. We got the Sun card. The Sun. So that's another major arcana. The Sun, if you don't know, is, like I said, a major arcana, and this is a bodhisattva, which we'll get into in a second. But it's very in tune with the heart chakra, kind of coming from a place of love and illumination. And the meaning is as follows. The Sun. Feelings of pure joy, like your heart chakra. Take time to play. Be alive, dance, and laugh. Allow life to expand and fulfill you, and bask in the energy of the warmth of the sun. The Sun. I celebrate the golden opportunities that life brings. The sun in summer heralds warmth with its dazzling glow and vibrant source of energy, bringing renewed vitality and freedom. The sheer visceral celebration of being alive. Its intensity unfurls the petals of perfection through winter to reveal our beauty, the exquisite process of growing into ourselves. We can begin to awaken from hibernation, the natural conservation of energy, and release our worries and fears in the brilliance of sunshine. And that's what I need to be doing with my travel plans, because now I'm just like, oh, what's going on? Where am I going to go? Alicia, you can hit me up privately on this message if you want a reading. I'll message you. It's all good. We begin to awaken from hibernation, the natural conservation of energy, and release our worries and fears into the brilliance of the sunshine, allowing its heat to thaw the coldness deep within our bodies, right? When we have a cold heart and we're cut off, that's kind of the energy there. The sun is depicted in this card as the thousand-hand Guanyin, the East Asian bodhisattva associated with compassion. As a spiritual advanced, and right, that's the loving kindness, compassion, with Venus conjunct Neptune. Can you say that any louder? And Pisces. As a spiritually advanced human being, she is ready to transcend duality, the cycles of life and death, but she chooses to remain in the material world, North Node in Taurus, Sun in Taurus, Mercury in Taurus, to help enable others to also reach enlightenment. She is the most beloved goddess of the Chinese and the bestower of good fortune and success. Her light illuminates the atmosphere. The arms of her rays touch everything, granting them life. The sun symbolism, predominantly masculine in form, has occupied a dominant position in many cultures, mythologies, and religions, with its first possible artistic rendition being traced to an anonymous engraving of a sun ray face at least 10,000 years old in a cave in East Timor, Indonesia. Further east in Japan, Nihon, the source of the sun, depicted as the red disk on the white background, is the national emblem venerated for its brilliance, power, and certainty. Wherever you are in the world, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, its daily rhythms mapping out the path of the human soul. Birth at dawn, the power of maturity at midday, and sunset, the completion of the journey. The splendor of the setting sun, brilliant oranges, pinks, and reds, dance, refract, and melt, reflecting the incredible beauty and mystery of life. We named our daughter Solaria, and that's David D'Angelo speaking first person, who's been on the podcast a few times. Shout out. They named their daughter Solaria, welcoming the burst of energy, warmth, and light she would shine into our lives. Therefore, the sun bears bountiful gifts, the fruit of our trials and labors, rewarding us for our determination and struggle in the pursuit of truth, with a capital T. It reminds us how good it is to be alive, filled with boundless energy and enthusiasm, laughter open and expectant, laughter bubbling, squeals of delight, children playing, naturally exploring, exquisitely open and expectant, capable of anything. This energy is infectious and people warm to you immediately and are excited by what you have to offer. Celebrate the light. So the sun card, feelings of pure joy, taking the time to play, being alive, dancing and laughing, allowing life to expand and fulfill you, basking in the energy of its warmth. Very Anahanta Chakra, heart chakra day, the stuff. So let's tap into this positivity. I know it's a little, new agey with bodhisattva stuffs and stuff like that, but what we have the ability to do is really tap into the loving kindness. With Venus conjunct Neptune today, exactly. Neptune conjunct Jupiter. There's a solar eclipse coming out, the sun, this Saturday. It's going to be eclipse. It's a 10-degree orb, so it's not exact, but there will be a solar eclipse, full moon, in just 2 days. So we're tapping into this energy already, and we can feel that eclipse energy already. So let's go ahead and get a clarifying card and see what wants to pop. I have to just kind of get back into my heart and remember that temperance is on the bottom of this deck. So I always look at the bottom just for fun. Tower card was on the other one. Temperance on this. I'll cut it just in case temperance wants to pop again. What wants to pop? We've got the Page of Pentacles, Baron Samedi. This also looks like the Sun Colors card. Yeah, what I was saying is I need to get back into my heart personally, just because I'm in my head very much right now, being like, where do I go? What do I do? Da, 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 da. It's like, you know what? Enjoy the ride. But with the Page of Pentacles as the clarifier, this is really about expanding your kingdom into a beautifying world, North Node and Taurus, right? So I value all of life. The airy, the intellectual kind of mind-centric part of Earth is the Page of Pentacles. Be observant and resourceful, look to the little details, enjoy collaboration. Like right now, I'm like, all right, so I want to go to India and get certified in Kundalini Yoga probably. Do I want to go during monsoon season when it's 40 degrees Celsius this summer, or do I want to wait until it's a little less crazy weather? And now that I've been told yesterday, it's like, you might have to leave in a week or two. I was supposed to be here for another month. But now I'm having to kind of look at the details and be like, oh, well, I guess I could go to Cancun for a week, but do I want to spend that money? I've got my guitar and a bunch of bags. I could go to Cancun with a lot less luggage later if I want to for $200 less. So it's little things like that that are coming on. But with the so I'm digressing and spilling my beans all over y'all. Jake, this is a collective reading. So Anahanta Chakra day today, heart chakra. We're coming from the heart of our sun, but we do need to pay attention to loving the world around us and paying attention to the details, right? Mercury is in Taurus. Sun is in Taurus. North Node is in Taurus. So getting things particularly manifested in a physical way is not out to lunch. It's like a good thing to do, especially with Venus conjunct Neptune right now. We might be dreaming really big. Like I'm talking about going to India and doing Kundalini Yoga, right? That's a pretty mystical thing to do. I actually have a Neptune aspect over there, so that's part of the reason I want to go. But the sun is saying that we need to ground all this solar energy and make it actionable in our lives. Not just hum up, a chakra tune and say, oh, I love everybody, but it's like, be kindness, be love, right? And we need to do that in a practical way. Show kindness, keep your cool, process slowly and steadily, like the sun, rising and setting, having different points. It's okay if you slip up and get a little angry sometimes or sad or whatever. That's human, especially with a full moon solar eclipse coming on in 2 days. We're all kind of, and it's going to be conjunct Uranus. We're all going to feel very strongly weird energy right now. Probably it feels like this. We're like, what's going on? We need to bring it in, embody it, and then embody that love practically. That's kind of what's going on here. So let's go ahead and get a Divine Animal Oracle card. Stacey DeMarco has also been on the podcast. If you guys don't know about the Team Rabbit Hole podcast, you should check it out. Yesterday we were supposed to have a Black Mirror episode, but the guest had jury duty. Today I have to hit her up and make sure she's still good, but Angela Kuntz is coming on to talk about Cambo and other things. So we'll see what wants to pop in terms of the Animal Oracle cards. We've got the Fruit Bat, Flying Fox, kindness, right? The loving kindness of a bodhisattva that we read about, the loving kindness of the heart chakra. And the Page of Pentacles is playful, the clarifier. So it's like, don't leave your heart. Like, try to be making these decisions for yourself and others from a place of love, which we'll read about in this card. Kindness. Choose kindness, which isn't always the easy way. And trust me, I know that. Coming from your heart and being open-hearted sometimes doesn't feel like the most strategic thing to do, but that is the power, the source of our power, the Sun card, and it is the most practical thing to do, ultimately, because you get what you give. Choose kindness, which isn't always the easy way. Kindness will always be repaid. Consider others in your decisions, especially those with less power than you. Repay your debts, spread the seeds of goodwill, and your fortunes will grow. Mythos. Princess Laotigi was royalty from the Samoan Islands. She was sent to Tonga to become the second wife of the king of Samoa at the time. This was not a love match, as she was sent as a part of a peace treaty through marriage between the kingdoms. Although sealing alliances through marriage was common practice, often those wives that were part of this kind of union were treated badly and looked down upon by the community. One day, as she walked through the gardens, Laotigi discovered a baby bat that was sick and wounded. She was a kind and gentle woman, and in her mercy looked after the little bat until it was well again. She then released it back into the colony. This act didn't remain a secret, South Node in Scorpio. It didn't stay secret for long. As the royal court watched everything Laotigi did, the court laughed at her kindness and thought her weak and stupid, which made her an easy target with the king's fortunes declining. I also just realized with the moon in Aries right now, being actionable is, and fiery isn't off the table either. So, be yourself in action, whether there's people laughing at you thinking you're stupid or not. The royal court suggested that if Laotigi, it was her who caused the king's problems, they decided to kill her by burning her on a pyre. The flames were lit and the flames rose to engulf Laotigi when suddenly the sky darkened. Solar eclipse in 2 days. Conjunct Uranus, Sun. The baby bat and his family, and the moon obviously, will be in Taurus at the time. The baby bat and his family had not forgotten the kindness of the princess and had come to help her. Thousands upon thousands of bats flew above the fire, urinating on the flames to extinguish them. Venus conjunct Neptune and Pisces. Their kindness was shown through water. Laotigi was saved, but her trials were not yet over. Frustrated, the Tongan kings exiled her to a very small island with nothing to eat. The island was completely barren, so the king and his court were sure that Laotigi would soon starve. Again, the fruit bats assisted her. They brought her food, including fruits and seeds, and they kept her happy with their smiling company. Right? Their kindness. These little bats were being little love things. Soon the island became one of fertility, North Node in Taurus, Sun in Taurus, and plenty, as many of the bats made it their new home. The kind princess was very happy, and she became a goddess of plenty and fertility and the patroness protector of all bats. The animal, the Samoan flying fox, is a protected animal in Tonga and Samoa because of this beautiful mythos. Right? This is where stories of people's, it's a strong correlation. I mean, to say she's a bodhisattva for the bats is kind of a strong thing, but she was showing her love for the bat, and then they practically helped her in the end. Page of Pentacles. And now there's a mythos about these bats in the country because of this. These things are literally protected in Samoa and Tonga because of the myth. A mammal, it is the largest flying fox in the Pacific with a wingspan of up to 1 meter. Unusually, this species does not form a large colony but exists in monogamous pairs with children. Fruit bats, which are also known as flying foxes, play a key role in pollination and seed dispersal throughout their habitat. Rather than using sonar, they have keen eyesight and hearing, and they are also very intelligent. They suckle their young and are caring parents. The magic. Fruit bats are a vital part of the ecosystem, ensuring seeds are spread and fertility of the land is secured. Sun in Taurus. Moon in Aries, making it happen themselves. The energy here is one of fertility and plentifulness. Invite flying fox energy into your workings when you wish to invoke more kindness or fertility. North Node in Taurus. Symbology. Fruit bat, seeds, baby bat. Status is of least concern, but it's declining because of habitat loss. So hopefully we don't kill them all out by accident. But this mythos was showing, once again, that loving kindness and the actions of your heart can ripple out just like the cosmic rays of the sun and affect the world, actually, Page of Pentacles, and in turn, maybe even affect you directly sooner or later. You get what you give, and I know that's a weird, you gotta get what you give, don't just hang on, whatever that song is from the 90s or 2000s. Yeah, it's applicable here. So we want to be kind to ourselves, we want to be kind to others, not just because it's the hip thing to do, but because it's a good idea. 19, wow. That looks like Uranus conjunct Sun on this solar eclipse that's going to be happening in 2 days. So 19 is approach. Do you have a loving, kind approach? Is your approach inclusive of others? Sun card. The sun approaches us, from the east and sets in the west. This sign promises a period in which your abilities and performance will find recognition. You enjoy strong charisma and your influence grows. The charisma of the sun, the influence of the sun card. You therefore win the support of others for your ideas and goals. Saturn in Aquarius, people support you, the group supports you. Your personal relationships are under a lucky star as well, and the sun is a star, lest we forget. And our hearts are stars too, heart chakra. Your personal relationships are under a lucky star as well. If you are considerate and tolerant, kindness card, right? Considerate of the bats, and she was tolerant of the people making fun of her for being a new member of their culture. If you are considerate and tolerant, you will be able to establish a new partnership or consolidate an existing one. This helps whenever a bad phase returns. Use this favorable period to make personal progress. If you succeed in integrating the insights you have acquired through experience, then openness and enthusiasm can contribute to a new and positive approach to life. Sun card, heart chakra, North Node in Taurus, Aries sun, Aries moon, Taurus sun, right? Where it's like we open up like a flower in the sunlight. Keep in mind that you should maintain a grip on the situation by preparing yourself for great changes. And changes are afoot, and the best way to roll through these changes is with your heart. If you get in your head, like I've been guilty of doing for a while now, you'll get all confused. So you need to show yourself some kindness and just shine on you crazy diamond, right? Diamond, the heart here. And ground this playfully into the reality, knowing that the unexpected can happen and this is almost like Uranus conjunct the sun in 2 days, and it's going to be a solar eclipse. So full moon solar eclipse. So one more card, and then we shall call it a day. I've been up since 4:30 today. I woke up, I guess I just tuned in to when the birds start waking up, pre-dawn. Is what it is. But, yeah, that's early. Agate is this stone for today. You can quantumly entangle with this. You don't have to own it, but this is a rather common kind of natural wonders stone. That's a store in the mall for the 90s people. They know what's up. Agate, what it is. Agate, a banded chalcedony, comes in many forms. Elegant blue lace agate and iridescent fire agate are two. Each agate has its own unique vibe, but they're all promoting an energy of wherever you are, be there, right? That's kind of what the sun and your heart chakra are telling us. Be kind to yourself and be present like the sun. It's not trying to be somewhere else. It's fully being where it is at any time. We are the ones with the perspective of it changing its placement. The earth is what's rotating, right? But the sun is maintaining its position, and that steadfastness of presence allows for things to grow. Even though sometimes there's unexpected events like solar eclipses and stuff like that, generally speaking, it's a steady on thing. Who needs it? Work-life balance strugglers. where to put it, wherever you need more stability in your life. Sun in Taurus, North Node in Taurus. When to use it, when you want to get into your body, try fire agate. When there's too much screen time, like being online, too much screen time has you feeling disconnected from anything the slightest bit ecological, try the far from aptly named moss agate, which neither contains moss nor is technically an agate, but can still hold it down. It says find your solid ground. And really the most solid ground is your heart chakra, right? The place of your dreams coming true, Venus conjunct Neptune and Pisces. And you need to let those dreams be a kindness to your soul, and then take those dreams and shine them out in the world practically, and let others play with your dreams and hopes too. You never know where that'll take you, right? If you just sit there and hide under a bushel, that's not a whole lot of progress. But here, maybe there's an explosion and, you know, you get sponsored by, let's say you're a skateboarder, and it's like you just, one day you go to the skate park and shred in front of a bunch of people, and then someone's like, I work for this company, Vans, and we'll sponsor you. You got to get out there and shine to be seen, and do it hopefully in a playful manner, in a kind manner, not just an egotistical manner, coming from your heart chakra, right? And you will be rewarded, right? And maybe even make money or recognition or whatever in the world, Page of Pentacles. But you gotta be playful about it. So she wasn't like, oh my gosh, I gotta save every bat. She just was kind to the bat that she was in front of, right? The thing that she was present to, she was a bodhisattva for. And that was her nice kindness, heart chakra, in the world, which led to her finding solid ground, agate, right? She was able to be saved, this Laotiki character in the Flying Fruit Fox mythos. Because of her kindness, it came back around and saved her life. So, food for thought. Holler for readings if you want. $33 for an hour of cards, $88 for 3 hours of astrology, $111 for both. I forget her name, but I'll hit you up. The eclipse, well, I have to think about it. The sun is going to be in Taurus. It's going to be conjunct Uranus, which is going to be in Taurus. Uranus is about revolution and extreme change, right? It's going to be a full moon, which will be pretty gnarly, and that'll be in Taurus. So there's going to be, and the North Node is in Taurus. And with all this Pisces energy, Venus, Mars, Neptune conjunct Venus, Jupiter conjunct Neptune, I think we're really, how would I put it? It's there's going to be 3 stages of eclipses, right? There's one now, is the first of basically 3 major eclipses. I think one's in June, maybe, and then one in October or something like that. I don't know the exact dates off the top of my head over sand. But basically, it's like opening a door, maintaining it, and then closing the door. So be very mindful of what you're putting your heart energy towards. If it's fear, you're going to be manifesting a lot more fear stuff. Even though you can find yourself in crazy situations and very unexpected good and bad situations, you are shining constantly as a conscious being. So play with life. Page of Pentacles, right? Find your solid ground, North Node and Taurus, even amidst the changing and tumultuous times of Sun conjunct Uranus, full moon and Taurus, solar eclipses in 2 days. So I'll probably talk more about that later, but you caught me off guard. I was like, oh yeah, I'll talk about that for a second. So yeah, holler for ratings. Like I said, check out the Team Rabbit Hole podcast. Almost 300 episodes. If you haven't seen it, why not? Because it's amazing and it's the best fucking podcast ever, and you'll find out why. Yeah, and holler for ratings. Leave a tip if you want. Check out the podcast, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Enjoy your Thor's day. Adios. Bye.